I don't understand why not, because I
Why?
made it
Because,
as a berachah,
because if I wash at 6 in the morning, I can eat and just wash it until 10 o'clock at night as long as I'm washing my hands.
So, but the fact that I
If
made
you
a
know
separate
that you
berachah
scratch your
for
hands
grapes,
or you put your hand under your undershirt, then you have to wash again anyway, no matter what. See, your question shows that you are missing the point why we wash. I mean, I'm not you're missing, obviously. Making the bracha is not the reason. The reason is if you eat fruit and wet fruit, you wash, it covers you for the cotton.
it covers me for the wet grapes. Even though I make the separate berachah on the wet grapes. I made that on the grapes.
What is the wet grapes?
Well,
The separate.
I thought when grapes, I thought if a wet fruit is supposed to wash your hands.
Do you wash your hands now? For lunch, you haven't. You washing or not? For lunch, you got wet grapes. Are you washing or not?
No.
What do you think they're doing? The meal you should wash. Those who wash always when it's wet. So you never wash, or except one item. Here is a specific I see. This is why it doesn't drive you. Makes a difference. No, he has.
It happened the other night.
The Gemara says, and the Shulchan Aruch says, when you eat wet fruit or vegetables, or if you dip this now in the cock in this, you have to wash. The cock in this, you have to wash.
You have to wash.
Don't worry, don't wash. Don't worry. You never wash during the meal. You never wash unless you go to number 2, or you touch, you scratch your body, or you scratch your hand.
Sorry.
No, it's on the contrary, this is how things become clear. What do you think? You open the Gemara. Joseph, if you can just stop a minute for dipping it, just take the Gemara, open it up and give Amud Aleph.
I didn't hear you.
Can you? Eli already set it up.
No, where are you going to?
Sorry, we're starting in Sanhedrin Daf Ayin Gimel Amud Aleph. We have more Gemarot than customers.
Yeah. No, we're gonna get him. David's here, and so is Jojo. Jack.
Joseph, you're not going away, Joseph? I guess most parents have children are going. Jackie, open the Gemara and Daf Ayin Gimel Amud Aleph. Gufa. See, in the middle of the page, you have the first word in the line is Gufa. You have it in Mamash in the middle. Look at it. Has to do with this week's parasha. Gufa means, was mentioned before. Please listen good. מנין לרואה את חברו שהוא תובע עין גימל גופה מנין לרואה את חברו שהוא תובע בנהר. You see a friend drowning and you know how to swim, או חיה גוררתו is being dragged by a predator, או ליסטין באים עליו, או thugs are attacking him, שהוא חייב להצילו, you're obligated. All the questions that you have are good. Wait till we finish the Gemara and look at the Rambam. שהוא חייב להצילו. You cannot stand by without physically interfering. תלמוד לומר לא תעמוד על דרכך. Everyone knows it. It's cute. לא תעמוד. Don't stand by when your brother's blood is being spilled. Right? This is clear. This remains the way it is. This obligation to interfere. מהכה נפקא. Are you learning it from the pasuk? Lo ta'amod al dam re'echa. Don't stand by when your friend's life is in danger. Mehatam nafka. Listen carefully. There's another pasuk. Why do I need this one? Aveidat gufu minay. We have an obligation of Hashavat Aveidah. Yes. I went once to a concert in Manhattan. I took a cab, me and my wife. I found the wallet in the back seat. Hashavat Aveidah. Yes. So this is on a lost article, your car, your wallet, your watch. Avidat gufo minay. How do I know that I have to return a man who is lost to himself? תלמוד לומר, והשבותו לו. Makes no difference now how you learn it from the pasuk, but there is an additional word in the mitzvah of Hashavat Avedah, והשבותו, return the man to himself. So why do I need a pasuk if I am a swimmer? I have to jump into the water to save his life. Lo ta'amod al amrecha, he's getting lost. I'm obligated to return. Listen carefully, because the way we understand the answer has many, many halachic consequences. If the source of the mitzvah of Hashavat Avedah, I'm sorry, the mitzvah of trying to save someone would be only Hashavat Avedah, Hava Amina, I would have thought, I mean, this is 2 nights ago. I'm going to say give my class in Daf Yomi. I saw a watch on the floor. Pick it up, was a $15 watch. You have millions of them in the market. I check it. There's no name. There's no signs. Now, what am I supposed to do? If I leave it, another person will take it. But this is a religious neighborhood. If I pick it up, I'll never find it.
Liability.
Wow.
What?
It's a liability.
And it's a hassle.
There is a
The
mitzvah.
word is a hassle.
To put my tefillin in the morning is also a hassle, but I do it because Moses told me in the Torah. Moses says if you find a lost item, you have to go out of your way to look for the guy. So if you eat matzah, person, you never think about not eating matzah. Returning the lost item is
But there's a
exactly the same.
chashash that you could return
The
it. Here
hassle
you
that I
can't
meant-
return it.
The reason I'm saying it now is there's no way to identify.
There's no return.
I found the car key on my block. Everyone in the SUV. So I put signs and knocked on every door. This is what I found. Is this yours? No. Said, did you have a visitor this week? And my block, at the sidewalk. No. You called Chaverim, of course. So they took a picture of it. And no one came back. Here, I have a key in the house.
Now you have a key with
For
you.
SUV, and I called him the dealer. Says, I have no way for you to identify who I bought it. No, but this is an example. See, I'm stuck with an item. There's nothing I can do.
Camera
Here-
key that everybody has is 19 on the block.
What is the difference
No,
between?
but there's so many. I went. How many times I
Just
went?
click it.
Oh, so I went many times through the block. No, I went many times. And it never clicked. So obviously, it was a visitor to one of the people in the block. So, but here, the Gemara says, if I would learn the obligation to save a person from Hashavat Avedah, I would think, I personally here, I spent approximately 20 minutes, mamash, walking around the block, putting signs on the block.
So how long do you have to hold it? Forever?
So I'm still holding it. Eventually, there's no point. Like
And
a new
at
car.
what point are you allowed to throw it out?
The car's gone. It has no purpose.
When they're right,
But how do you know? Somebody could own the car for 20 years.
I couldn't use it on a side of the brick or something. So if
good,
somebody
good guy. Yeah, that's
goes,
the first.
do I get
No,
out
no,
of
that's
my
not the
liability?
right. No, that's the first. I picked it up and I put it back on the window of a store. Then I figured it looks like a kid lost it. So I figured if he would go again on the sidewalk and he would look for it. So I put it exactly on the same spot.
Right.
I should have left it as it was.
On
The
the floor.
minute I picked
Once you
it
pick it
up,
up, you have responsibility.
right,
Well,
no, but
when we talked to you, said you have routes, you can't just walk by things. You told us that you
it's a
cannot.
pasuk. It's a pasuk.
Oh, you can't just,
It's a pasuk. You
pass
can't
it up.
just.
Go to color spelling.
No,
If
in
it's a
my
block,
in
you
my
can.
case, leaving it there
Would've been
gives me a
better.
bigger chance that the
Yeah, we'll go
loser
back to
will
the
come.
owner.
Like
What is
a-
it that you found, Robert?
What?
Key.
Key to a
No,
car.
it's a very cheap watch.
Like if you
One
find a
of these
scarf,
cars here, you have.
if sometimes you find a scarf on the floor, you'll put it up where maybe the guy might see it.
This is what Joseph said. Correct. If you find this car, there's no way I can identify the
So
item.
put up
If
on
you put it on a higher place, at least if the
shop
owner
gets
is
it
looking
by,
for it, they
see.
might find it.
But you said that if you pick up, it becomes
No,
your
I'm
responsibility.
saying I have a more liability. I'm just using this pursuit to show you. So the Gemara answers here. The Gemara answers, if remember again, if I would learn my obligation to save a fellow Jew from danger, from Hashavat Avedah, I would think that my obligation stops after I spend 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes. About mitrach, spent hours with Megar Aguri. What is Megar Aguri? I see on my block 2 thugs attacking an old man. I'm afraid my black belt expired. I'm joking. Expired a long time ago. But I'm obligated to stop 2 Italians. Would you like to make $100 each for 2 minutes? Yes. Go, stop the fight. The pasuk, hear this? The pasuk lo ta'amod adam re'echa ela is teaching me what? My obligation to spend money and time and effort. Shabbat Avodah, if you're going to a serious business meeting, you expect to make a lot of money. You find an Avodah that has a market value $200. You expect it to make $10,000. You're not obligated to budge to pick up the Avodah, right? You're not obligated to lose money to attend his Avodah. Understand? If I took 2 hours out of my work to attend an item, the owner has to pay me for the 2 hours. I make $100 an hour, he owes me $200. So the Gemara answers, if listen carefully because we come to 10 times. We have 2 psukim. לא תעמוד על דם רעך, אלא שבת אבדה. If my obligation to serve a fellow man would be like a Shabbat Avodah, it's only physically I have to pick it and I'm trying to spend hours and effort and money. I'm not learning. Therefore, we have not a
where you have to spend any amount of money. To lob, maybe you have to spend
No.
almost
So
all.
the Gemara gives the limitations. Limitations are if you would lose more money that you will make at that time.
No, I'm talking about if somebody needs to save somebody.
There's no limitation.
There's no limitation. That's what I'm saying. There's no limitation there. When you have a limitation, it's just about to put out.
If you have the ability, like if you say
Now,
we're drowning, you're
Open
swimming.
the Rambam.
But in America, they say
Let's say it's a ransom.
So
Good,
everybody
good,
is gonna
yeah.
pay.
Exactly it, yeah.
So then it takes you out of the obligation then.
The question is time of money. If I found a Cartier with a 24 carat, which the market value is only 50,000.
At shop center.
As
You
a
know what he
religious,
says?
as a religious
He
man.
says Hashem sent it to me.
That expression reminds Rabbi Diamond once gave a lecture and he said, they say time is money. But his father said money is time. If you have money, you have time to learn.
Joseph,
Yeah.
my wife met the principal of the girls of Ba'alot Teshuvah in Israel. This is many years ago. He told her the following
Around there.
story. He told her a brother and a sister from Texas told you that the religious came to Israel. They were thinking of, anyway, he registers himself in Osameach, and his sister, this is a religious school. After a week, she said, practical Judaism is not exciting. That's anyway, she left Israel, she went to India to, this is only India. Anyway, after a year, a brother calls her up and he says to her, listen, we used to be very close to each other, we didn't see each other a long time. Come to Israel, I'll take you all around. She writes back to you, you really mean to try to take me away from India.
Yeah.
Because I promise you I wouldn't talk to you about religion. Because I really want to see what was it. He meant it. Anyway, the 7th day, and he traveled all over Israel, but then the 7th day he tells her, she says to him, you kept your promise, now this is your chance. Take me to any class you want, any rabbi you want. I remember the principal is telling my wife the story. He says he doesn't know why, but he put her in a class in this school, in this seminar. The class happens to be a class of Shabbat Avodah. Shabbat Avodah. She walks out after an hour and says, this is why I went to India. All the details. When do I have to return? How much you have? She wants. Anyway, she's back. A week later, she walks on Bombay with a guru. This is the chief rabbi. And he finds on the floor a wallet. Opens $100 bills, credit card. Puts it in his pocket. She says to him, "It's a name." He says, "God sent it to me. Why did you lose it tonight?" Yeah. God sent it to me. God sent it to Ganav with the assistance of God. He said, not only, he said, it's far to take it because she calls up a brother, wait for me tomorrow morning
Sign
in
me
the
up.
airport. But this is what Judaism, this little details is what, if you care for a fellow man. Did you ever learn Perek Elu Metziot, Eli? There's a second Perek, the Baba Metzia, deals only with return lost items. I'm as a kid, there's tens of thousands of kids. In Israel, you start to learn with kids this stuff. You introduce to Gemara with this. It's not easy. My grandson now is maybe 10. It's not easy. So people came to from Zaman Auerbach here and they wanted to switch from Elu Metziot to Masechet Berachot. But it's so difficult. I told them, don't you think that 600 years ago rabbis were as smart as you? The first thing you teach a Jewish kid is care for other people's problems.
Yeah.
This is what the first lesson in life is. You open the Gemara. You know what the Gemara is about? Caring about you, about your problem. No, but to the point, Open now in the Rambam Melchot Rotzeh.
And a person knows satisfaction, you find something you think you lost. You find you lost something, and you find it, really feel great about it. So if somebody helps you do that, even better.
We have two psukim. The way I'm explaining to you is now, the basic obligation to save someone is a Shabbat Avodah.
Yeah.
Lot Amod is teaching me the additional, which means time, money, and effort.
Yeah. But
Okay.
like I said, so
I'm listening to you, yes.
Do you have does the requirement or the modification of the snake vodo, like our Shabbat Avodah, you have the
This is a very good question. Good. Shlomo Kluger 200 years ago talks about it. We'll come to it in about 10 minutes or maybe 2 more. Look a second in the Rambam. What the Rambam is saying, okay? I'm looking for it. I'm so used already to the new Rambam. Okay, look at that. Let's read Halacha Yudah. Perek Aleph Halacha Yudah. Perek Aleph Halacha Yudah. Basically, we're aiming for the Kesef Mishneh. Listen carefully. I'm reading the Rambam. Then we read the Kesef Mishneh. Kol hayachol le'atzil velo yitzil.
Wait a minute, which halacha?
Perek Aleph Halacha Yud Dalet 14.
Sorry.
Kol hayachol le'atzil velo yitzil. If you are able to save and you did not, over lo ta'amod adam re'echa. Avera that you have is וכן הרואה את חברו טובע בים, if someone is drowning, או ליסטים באים עליו, is being attacked, about to be attacked, או חיה רעה באה עליו, or his predator is about to attack him. Listen now good. ויכול להצילו הוא בעצמו, either I can do it, or ששכר אחרים, I can hire other people.
Yeah.
This is the money effect. Yeah, I'm obligated to spend money. ולא הציל. And he gives more examples. You heard the Goyim are going to whatever. לא תעמוד אדם ריק.
Well, how come the brothers didn't know this halacha?
What?
How come the brothers didn't know this halacha?
They knew it. They thought they're obligated to eliminate it because he's the Rodef of them. You don't realize. They look on it the opposite. Unfortunately, in real life, they looked on him. He is putting our life in danger.
How?
How? Because Ishmael
They
was
denied
fighting with Yitzchak. Yitzchak won.
the legacy.
Esav and Yaakov won. In the upcoming new family of Yaakov, one is going to be the leader.
So they're gonna be out.
And he shows that even though he's the youngest, he wants. He talks to the father against us. He's doing bad things against us. כך אומר הספר.
Okay.
רודף. He's labeling them as רודף. Unfortunately, it's the exact opposite. Look at the Kesef Mishneh. Kesef Mishneh וכתב הראש. Okay, I'm looking at the old Rambam. So look, if you have the new Rambam, look in Kesef Mishneh, וכתב הראש, look a second, first he copies the Gemara, we learn, וכתב הראש, see וכתב הראש? It's in Yudad, you have in the middle, you have in the middle of the,
Upper right hand side.
Right in the middle.
וכתב הראש, והניצול חייב לפרוע למציל מה שהוציא, ואין אדם חייב להציל נפש חברו בממונו, איך דאית לממון על הניצול. I saw two Italians, I gave each one $100 bill, saved this old man, he's being bitten by a frog. I have the right to ask him after everything is fine, give me back the $200. If he has the money, if he doesn't have the money, he doesn't have the money, it's my obligation. This is the Rosh. Interestingly enough, we don't have enough books here, but in Shulchan Aruch, it doesn't bring it. Remember, this is written by the Shulchan Aruch. This commentary.
What's the case again?
Again, it's the example I gave you. I paid two Italians $200 each to interfere in a fight when a Jew is being beaten. I have the right to come to the man afterwards, pay me back my $200.
And he's obligated to do that?
So, Rabbi.
No, of course, this is not our topic. If I have the right to ask him.
But isn't the Rush saying right here that does not required if he doesn't have the money?
He doesn't have, I said, if the guy has the money, he's obligated.
Oh, has, okay, good.
I don't have to wait for him to come to me, which of course he would anyway, if he's a decent person. But if he's not, okay? The Shulchan Aruch doesn't bring it. We'll see in a minute why. Yes, see in a minute why. Yes.
So do you have an obligation to pay Hatzalah for their service if you needed them?
It's an interesting question. You know what he says? Should I pay Hatzalah? Hatzalah came to. We assume that since this is an organization and in every community at any given time, each one of us, you gave money before, you give money. You know how many times I got stuck with not my wife, more than me, in the car, Shomrim comes, and every time, can I give you $50? Says, no, don't take that.
Chaverim, same thing.
Chaverim, they're here to help. We assume, I mean, you're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars organization, millions of dollars. Yeah? This is a communal obligation. This is what community is about. Look now, our topic is going now. We'll come back to this Rosh. Remember, the Rosh says, why is the Rosh telling you to us? Like, why would I think otherwise? I would think otherwise if I spend money for my matzah, for my mahor, for the tefillin. This is my mitzvah. Man. Hashem gave me an opportunity to save someone. Yes. But look at the next piece. Ubiyushalmi masik. Remember, when the Kesef Mishneh, who is the Bet Yosef, who what the Shulchan Aruch tells him Biyushalmi means the Babylonian Talmud doesn't talk about it. Ubiyushalmi masik, afilu leachnis atzmo besafek sakana, chayav. It is. What happens if I interfere, and I'm a graduate of the Marines, I'm a graduate of Charles, I'm interfering, but it's,
You kill the guy?
you never know. Maybe the guy that attacks might put the knife on you.
You put yourself at risk.
So if you're an American, run away the cockroach because America is only about us. And Yerushalmi says the opposite. The Yerushalmi masik, conclusion, afilu leachnis atzmo besafek sakana chayav.
Is this only by a Jew or is it also by a non-Jew?
Let's talk about the Jew first.
Okay.
The
Because
question,
I'm thinking of the subway. I'm thinking of the subway.
the question is an American, do you have any social obligation to interfere in a fight between two thugs on the subway? The answer is 0. Is anyone in the subway obligated to interfere to save you? No. We'll see later that the Rambam says that a goy is obligated. We'll see later. But let's talk about the Jew. So he says, even though there is a chance in my life, this sounds like a theoretical case.
No, but it's very normal. case. Normal case.
Listen carefully. The Rabbi asked the head of the Jewish, the head of the Jewish, 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 the Jewish History Department.
You're going to the story with Moshe when he sees two people fighting.
Well, a minute. She's super healthy. She jogs up. Anyway, she gave a kidney. When Chacham Ovadia Yosef talks about it, Rabbi Weiss talks about it, Rabbi Feinstein, the first question is, if I'm giving my kidney, potentially,
She's at risk.
I'm at risk.
That's a suffix.
Says the Yerushalmi, you're obligated to put yourself in a safek sakana. Says the Kesef Mishneh, why? She'ata mipnei she'hala vadai. This patient is
Definitely
dying for
gonna die.
sure. I'm a perfect match. I am a safek. She gave it 5 years ago. She's healthier than she was before. She said, yes. Okay, but this is very far. Why? Because the question is my obligation to save Eli means to give a meal or time and effort?
What about pain?
What?
What about pain?
Pain is it's the same question. The same
But you
question.
told us that story with the person who wouldn't give because it was what's it called? A bone marrow transplant. You told
Right. It's the same question. But remember again. Now, guys, if you have to know the cassette, this is the Bet Yosef, correct? If he brings it here, why don't you bring it to Shulchan Aruch?
Yeah, Rabbi.
And have a second, it's definitely the question.
Yeah.
This man wrote the Shulchan Aruch. In the Shulchan Aruch says I'm obligated to interfere and to try to help someone, but it says doesn't bring it. Everyone wonders how come the Shulchan
Yeah, how
Aruch,
is it
if you bring it here, bring it to the Shulchan Aruch.
Didn't make the cut.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Joseph. What was the question?
Rabbi, if two bad guys hitting a Jewish person with knife and guns, if I interfere, I'm gonna get hurt.
No. It says only
That's
if there
gotta
is
be
building
very
a doubt, but you in this
No
case, it's a
doubt.
99% you're out.
And but if you could hire somebody,
Yeah, but
she,
no, he's saying if he interferes, right, he's talking
course.
about the case. I mean, I have a kid, believe it or not, the junior says to me, Rabbi, I have a black belt, wherever I go, I'm looking for opportunities to use it to help someone. No, he says, I'm not afraid from anyone except from God.
A gun is
So
better
they
than
said,
a black hat.
he says, I'm not
belt.
afraid from a knife either. He says, I can take care of 5 Spanish. He says, no problem. He says, I'm not afraid. He says, I'm training myself to that. No, but the question is only, even a kid like this, if he interferes, you never know what
he's at risk. You
Yeah,
never.
what's
it
behind
is. He's saying, yes, you're obligated. What we are going to do today and tomorrow is comes all the great commentators and say, obviously the Babylonian Talmud disagrees with that.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't say openly that you are not obligated to put your life in this. I was here for many years ago, Mary Hill. I presented to a super bright class a big question. I said, whoever gives an answer gets all the money in my pocket. I made 2 big mistakes. A, I didn't check how much money I have.
Wow.
And B, I underestimated how brilliant they are. An Egyptian kid in 5 minutes gave a perfect answer. I'm stuck. And I didn't know. Take out that $400 bill.
Oh my goodness! Wow, that's the last time you made that offer.
Believe me, since then I'm saying $5, $10. No more. And I'm giving it to him. He says, Rabbi, I said, I wish I wouldn't have said it, but I said it. Anyway,
He could give it back to you as a gift.
Anyway, kids, another teacher walked in. I said, you be the judge. And this is, he says to me, you have to give it. I said, I agree with you. I said, don't dare take the money.
Yeah.
Anyway, I bought him books. Afterwards. I bought him from
Yeah.
Ovadia. I
Nice.
said,
Nice. Beautiful.
Wow.
No, the reason I'm,
Yeah,
the reason I'm saying, here's, guys, I'm offering you $5.
But you thought you had $5.
Wait. Find in the Gemara that we learned a proof that the Babylonian Talmud disagrees with that. This is the way you teach. Let's read the Gemara again.
Yeah. Let's go back to the source.
$5 for you is nothing. Chocolate, that's it, okay? Chocolate, yeah, what do you like? Joseph, what's your favorite? Yeah, let's read the Gemara again. Larry, the offer is for you 2 chocolate or cake, whatever you want. Let's read the Gemara again and prove to me from the Gemara that the Gemara disagrees with this Yerushalmi. You understand?
Yeah, go back on the Yerushalmi.
Yerushalmi is saying my obligation to serve a fellow includes, to put
You still
myself
have
in a
risk,
safek sakana.
Safek.
Remember, since the Bet
Okay.
Yosef doesn't bring it, the only answer is because
Yes,
the
in the whole
Babylonian
right.
Talmud disagrees. The Babylonian Talmud never said openly that you are not
And
obligated.
it won't be here in this edition.
Let's
However,
read it again. Kufa, Binayin lerodef, I'm reading again what we read before. Binayin leroed חברו שהוא תובע בהנאה או חייב בהורתו או ליסטים באים עליו שהוא חייב להציל עוד, תלמוד לומר, לא תעמוד. The pasuk לא תעבוד, don't stand by for your friends. Blood, life is engaged. This obligation, we learn it from this pasuk. We learn it from a different pasuk.
yeah,
Avedat gufo minayin. If you see a man who is lost, I mean drowning is lost, yes, being attacked is lost. Minayin, Talmud lomar v'ashavot lo. So why do I need a pasuk?
oh,
לא תעמוד על דם רעך, I can learn it from השבת אבדה.
Hashavat Aveda, you're not gonna put yourself
Oh.
inside in
Eli just got himself a good. You know what Eli said?
How about the 400 rabbi?
Eli,
So
I
it
didn't
says
see all the money I have in my pocket. I know I don't have, I know I do have money for Anyway, hear what Eli says. The Gemara should have answered by Hashavat Aveda, I'm not obligated to put my life in danger. What's the question? Let's learn the obligation to save another Jew from Hashavat Aveda. You hear, Larry, what do you say? The Gemara should have answered, if the Babylonian Talmud follows the Yerushalmi, and the obligation includes to put my life in a risk, Hashavat Aveda, you're not obligated to put your life in any risk. It's only to return the item. Obviously, this was obvious to the Gemara that I'm not obligated to put my life in danger. This is what.
Oh, interesting.
This is Raya Yafa Mod. This
Very nice.
Raya Yafa Mod. Now, let's bring a Raya from this week's parasha.
What's going to bother me a little bit is that we have an aseh and a lo taseh, and you have the differences between a taseh and lo taseh, what you have to spend and how far you have to go in the two different.
But this is part
Part of
our
it is
work.
that, but
This
also
is
how much
part of
money,
your-
but also how much money you have to spend over
But,
here.
but this is part of the answer. The
Part of
answer
the answer,
is,
okay.
the answer is if Joseph lost a very expensive watch, $20,000 watch, and he has now a business meeting.
But
of-
maybe Mal.
And I'm not obligated to lose
Money.
because of Hashavat. No, I'm obligated to lose as long as you believe that he will pay you back. But
Pay you back what he's going to lose not
for the-
attending
no,
the
for
meeting?
time, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
for not attending the meeting.
Yeah, but- so it's the same type of a question.
But all I'm saying is that for an aseh, you have to spend, I
לא
don't know,
תעשה כל ממונו.
home and an aseh, you have to spend up to a fifth, right? Am I correct? So that's what I'm saying, there's a difference
Standard.
between the two.
Good question.
So, and I'll give you,
This
where
is-
would it work out?
No, but this is included in the council.
Well, let's say somebody is kidnapped, and the kidnapper wants $1 million from you, you don't have $1 million.
This is part, this
You
is
have to
part-
go try to raise
this
it
is
now.
part- This is part of the
Yeah,
discussion.
somebody can't say, if you go to your cousin and say, I need money to, otherwise they're gonna kill him, he has to spend money, this is the whole Jew now,
This is
he
part-
has to.
This is part of the discussion. Before the Chumash, since the clock is running, look now in the Rambam in Perek Babazai. Let's see a second. Please look a second at Perek Zion. What I thought, what Eli said is in Sefer Agudat Ezov, the Petkei Tshuva brings. What I'm telling you now is written in Sefer Or Sameach, commentator on the Rambam. He died in 1927. The Geonei HaGeonim that ever existed. Perek Shvi'i, איזה יופי, הלכה ח'. Listen carefully to the Rambam. So the, you have the, oh, give it. Give it. Give me a second here. At the bottom of the bayou, it's at the bottom of the page. Agole, please listen carefully. A man killed accidentally and found refuge in the refuge city, stuck there for a couple of weeks. אינו יוצא מעיר מקלטו לעולם. There's no way he leaves the place. ואפילו לדבר מצווה, או לעדות. he knows a
He's a witness.
usual testimony,
He's a witness.
או לעדות בין עדות ממון או עדות נפשות. Please listen now. ואפילו להציל נפש בעדותו. You hear this? I know it. I am a witness. If I testify in court, I'm saving his neck.
Yeah, but Goel Adam can kill you.
Wait,
It'll be a
wait, wait,
sakana.
wait. ואפילו להציל נפש בעדותו, או להציל מיד העקום. I'm a very strong man. I see a Jew is being attacked. If I walk out of the city, I'm
He's at
saving
risk.
the Jew.
Yeah, at the same time.
או מיד הנהר, I'm an expert swimmer.
Yeah.
או מיד הדלקה. Look how far the Rambam goes. אפילו כל ישראל צריכים לתשועתו כיואב בן צרויה. My name is Eric Sharon, yes? In the Yom Kippur War, he basically, in the South, he was the one that said, don't walk a step out. Why? עד מות הכהן הגדול, ואם יצא התיר עצמו למיתה. This is, Larry, this is a Mishnah in Masechet, it's a Mishnah in Masechet Makot. Now let's have this clear the situation.
Can you tell me what Kol Yisrael Tzrichim Tshuato Yoav ben Tzruya?
Yes, he is the general in Sefer Shmuel hundreds of times. He is the general, he is running the army. Ariel Sharon stood there and he told the people in Tel Aviv, you sit in Tel Aviv, I am here, I know what to do, I'm not listening to you, and he was right, yes? A man like him happens to be in a refuge city, we're telling him, don't go out, Mr. Sharon, we need you, but your life is in danger because, now here's the question, Hillary, if I am obligated to put my life in danger to save someone's life, why are you telling him not to
Can't
leave
leave.
the Miklat? Leave and try to save someone.
Wait, it's ספק סכנה,
That's not
סכנה
dangerous.
ממש.
That's what I would say. ואם יצא התיר עצמו למיתה means you never know
He's at
where the relative might pop up.
No guarantee.
Go and put bodyguards about you. But to say no, you're stuck over there. Says the Osameach, here is the proof that the Babylonian Talmud disagrees with the Yerushalmi. Because if the Yerushalmi is correct, and my obligation to
You
say
have to leave.
is even to put my life in danger, how can you tell me that? More than that, you're like, let's take the relatives, put them in jail for 4 months.
Right.
To make sure, no, the answer is, he has the right to do it. We cannot stop him. This guy is a Raya Geonit. I mean, this is a Mishnah. Says the awesome, here is a proof, the Babylonian Talmud disagrees.
Doesn't agree.
Okay, I'll read you the pasuk instead of Hashem is convincing Moshe Rabbeinu, convincing to go back to Egypt, to be the leader. And what does Hashem say to him? מצרימה כי מתו כל האנשים המבקשים את נפשך. Those who are trying to kill you are dead. Women dead. Moshe is saving 2 million people, and Hashem has to guarantee him no one is going to threaten. No one is going to threaten. It's good because you took it.
No, it's not good, Joel.
לך שוב מצרימה כי מתו כל האנשים. And if the people didn't die, Moshe should not go. So he's putting his life in danger. The answer is, Hashem is, so to say, is telling him, the road is clear. Otherwise, you're not
Otherwise, you
obligated.
would not be obligated.
Says this week's parasha here. This week's parasha says the Meshech Chochmah, Mikan Raya to this Rambam, Mikan Raya the Babylonian.
Same thing. Well,
What about Bachai Bahem?
Well, went to a mission.
but Hashem tells him, he says, maybe
Bachai
someone's going to
again.
kill me.
Bachai means, listen carefully. When it comes to mitzvot of Ben Adam Lamakom, Hashem says, I'm interested in you, not in the mitzvot. Yes? Here, I have an obligation. It's the opposite. I have an obligation to interfere. The question is, how far? But
Shulchan Aruch says you're not obligated.
not obligated. But says Rav Kook in the Sefer, everyone agrees that if you do it, you have a tremendous mitzvah, but the obligation is not there. According to that, says Rav Kook, but of course, if you do it and you do say you have a tremendous mitzvah, the question is, are you obligated or not? Please leave this, the brown ones also.
I thought we had a Machloket by the Rambam that when you are allowed to put yourself in danger to save somebody.
This is our topic.
No,
Kesher
he
Mishnah
allows you, or
says-
you can not do it.
So it says Rav Kook, it's definitely not assume that you are not obligated. Especially it says, when it comes to Rabim, this is a case, Kol Israel tzrichim letshuvато keyoav. The Rambam purposely used it because in Sefer Shmuel, in every war, you see that Yoav is a general. David is a commander-in-chief, but Yoav is his right-hand man. This gives you the answer why David waited till his deathbed. He needed Yoav because Kol Israel tzrichim letshuvато. He is the one that saved. Have a wonderful day.
On the,
You tonight,
TV
God.
donor, Rick, sometimes a woman